Welcome back to Final Fantasy 16. This is just a quick reminder that we ended the last episode halfway through the cutscenes after defeating Barnabas. So we're going to be picking up the episode from wherever we left off on the cutscenes. So yeah, enjoy, and we shall also be checking out some of Odin's abilities. Collect the final piece.
Quickly, my lord, quickly!
Why the hell is my city going with the castle?
Don't ask me, ask them! Since when was Eugen Hamel one to hide when there was a fight to be had?
Since they stripped me of my rank and banished me from the battlefield. Now I'm stuck fighting the backsides of this lot while the city burns and my wife kills off with a man half my age! And then you turn up! What the hell are you doing here anyway?
What indeed?
The enemy numbers 200,000 or more, counting yours. There are simply not enough soldiers garrisoned in the capital to repel an army of that size.
Then one of the central keep.
Held by a contingent of soldiers and bearers from the surrounding boroughs. They are the sole reason it still stands. And all it took was an army on their doorstep to bring them together.
The prospect of death does put things into perspective. Perspective.
Perhaps it's what we've lacked all along.
I need you to lend me some of your best men, preferably all of them.
My best men! Does it look like I'm able?
I admit this might not be the most convenient time, but my nephew's in trouble, and I may have already promised him your help.
Your nephew, the outlaw. My soldiers have better things to do than die for nothing.
Then you and he are of the same mind. I fight for the opposite. He fights for a world in which you shouldn't have to live and die for nothing. And he fights today to give us all the chance of a better tomorrow.
Be that as it may, a handful of men cannot stand against a kingdom.
Then mayhap they are the wrong men.
Well, I'll be damned.
Our numbers are few, but I shall rally as many of my dragoons as I'm able. You, apprise the Lord Strategist of the state of the city's defenses.
Yes, Your Radiance.
And you would fight alongside us?
I owe the Phoenix a debt.
Does this vouch for my nephews?
Aye, but I still have my doubts about you.
Which we can discuss later.
Indeed.
You said you had men garrisoned in the keep. Captain, do you know how many yet remain?
Allow me to confirm. Commander?
Whatever their number, Randalar will be needing
Gather the
them
bodies
all.
and build a pyre in the courtyard. Quickly.
Terence,
My lord.
you will find a girl there.
A girl? We are in the middle of a war.
I owe her my life, and I always pay my debts. You are to see that she is provided for.
Dion, I cannot leave.
But you shall. If I'm ever to be worthy of the forgiveness of our people, then I must earn it. And I must earn it by my hand, and my hand alone. Know that I do not ask this lightly.
And know that I will do it.
Farewell, Terence.
Goodbye, Philip. There's a South Park joke in there somewhere.
Farewell, my prince.
Sometime later.
Clive, thank fuck. You alright?
I am. But I'm a damn sight better for seeing you, Joshua.
And Barnabas.
Dead.
The king is dead.
So they're all...
They are, but so is their killer. He can't hurt anyone anymore. You're safe.
He might have kicked my ass like 3 or 4 times, but I won when it mattered, mate.
Gav, we need to talk.
I'm sorry, Clive. You know I want nothing more than to go with you.
I do. But I'm glad you're heading back to the Enterprise nonetheless.
And not just for Etta's sake. Our people need to know what happened here.
You can count on me.
As can she, I hope.
Thank you, me lords.
It's gonna be a long walk by, look at
Do you
that.
think that was wise?
Wiser than leaving a woman with child alone in the Deadlands. They'll be safer at the hideaway. For now, at least. This land is overrun with Akashic. The king himself was long turned, albeit by choice, all to serve Ultima in his damnable quest to forge the perfect vessel.
The chaos Barnabas wreaked upon nation after nation. How many were killed for this?
He didn't consider it killing, or a mercy of sorts. A way to end their suffering. He truly wanted to save mankind, and ultimately use that.
As he uses us.
But why us? What are we?
What are we? We are dominance. That is our fate. But that doesn't mean we have to accept it, which is why we fight. For the right to deny it. Is that not so?
It is. For our sins. Barnabas said something else. That the mother crystals were Ultimas.
Ultimas? Are you certain?
We know that the mother crystals have been leading the land of Ether. And we also know that it's this which hastens the spread of the blight. But what I cannot fathom is what Ultima stands to gain from that. What did you find at the stronghold?
The truth about Ultima's prize. For so long, I believed it to be you, and you alone. Yet, it is not merely Ifrit that he desires, but Ifrit and Phoenix both. That which we became in the skies over Twinside. Only when the twin flames are joined shall his vessel be complete. Quite why he needs a vessel is another question. Unless there is something he cannot achieve without one. Something his immaterial form precludes. Something requiring an unthinkable amount of ether and a body resilient enough to channel it. If I did not know better, brother, I would think that he meant to cast a spell. A spell 1,000 years in the making. A spell to end all spells.
And he cannot do it without us. Nor without the mother crystals. But if we destroy them all, we will stop not only the blight, but Ultima as well. We stick to the plan then. Only this time,
we face him together.
Well, it's a long walk to Stone here. Let's not keep Ultima waiting.
You're gonna have to, I'm afraid, because I guarantee now that we've taken out Odin and Barnabas, there's gonna be a plethora of side quests to do. Brotherhood. The power of darkness. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon Odin's essence. Attuning with Odin not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities such as Gungnir, which is the spear he kept doing. A frenetic flurry of attacks that damages all enemies within range. Ability details are found in the abilities map. Odin's iconic feat, Arms of Darkness, can be used to temporarily transform. Temporarily transform Clive's weapon into Odin's legendary blade. Landing attack slowly charges the blade, irradiating it for Zantetsuken, which is executed by holding X. Zantetsuken potency is determined by the blade's charge at the time of the execution. So it's kind of like Mega Flare then. You've got a bar on the side that builds up, and as you attack, it goes up. And obviously the higher the number, the more powerful the Zantetsuken you do, I guess.
When Barnabas fell, his magic died with him. The road to stone here is barred to us no longer.
Oh, I used 1,000 potions. Well, let's have a quick look at the hideaway. Odin Channeled. So we got Arms of Darkness. There's a shit ton of damage, but very little stagger. Then you got Heaven's Cloud. Surge forward to strike an enemy. Can be executed multiple times in succession. If previous hit lands, each hit landed fills the Zantetsuken gauge. Looks quite cool. And then we got Gungnir. 1 damage, 2 stagger. 1 damage, 2 stagger. Summon the legendary spear Gungnir and execute an extended flurry of deadly slices and strokes. Each hit landed fills the Zantetsuken gauge. And then we got Rift Slip. Used to recover immediately from any ability or action. Can be used in midair. That doesn't do anything. And then we got Dancing Steel. Summon a second blade and unleash a flurry of attacks. Each hit landed significantly fills the Zantetsuken gauge. Huh. These abilities don't appear to be anywhere near as good as I was expecting, but I could be wrong. You know, they might be good. Like Shiva's and that, we'll have to test them out and see what we prefer. But let's have a quick look at yeah, see, we got side quest here. Where's the hideaway? And then we got more hunts. And then we can craft some more stuff as well. So let's go back to the hideaway and check out these hunts and replenish our stock before we do anything else. Alright, let's check out the hunts first. We know you still got that one in Ash to do. We didn't find it before we fought Barnabas. What up, Nectar? View the hunts board. Oh, we got a shitload of them now. So that's the one we still got to do. Pandemonium. Then we got a little goblin. An A rank called Gobbermouch. A rogue goblin has been sighted several times in the Imbalan village of Isla. Presumably drawn by the stores left behind when the villagers departed for Reverie. Though said villagers will not be returning, we shall certainly seek to reclaim the village for mankind once this is all over. I suggest that we end the goblin's misery now, before he tears the houses down in his search for sustenance. And then we got another Curl, which is also an A rank. Bygul. Among the divers beasts that make their home in Waloed, there are many that seem not to be a creation of nature, but of some malign god. Bygul is one such creature, a cat that takes an almost perverse delight in hunting down the few survivors of the human race that yet survive on the far continent, and toying with them as a child might a doll, complete with chewing of their extremities. Sounds like a perfect house cat. Then we got one of those salamander things, Agni, which is also an A rank. Are these all A ranks? A band of curse breakers making their first foray into Waloed encountered this creature near the road through Halfcoon. Though those with memory of Ash before its fall knew Agni as a peaceable beast, one worshipped as the Arcona of the North, the ether has since addled its mind, sending it barreling hither and yon, crushing anything in its path. To end its torment would be a mercy. And then we got 2 unknowns, which are also A's. So yeah, they're all A's. Usher to the Underworld. Travelers of the Gilded Path share stories of this crystal giant, a beast who haunts the paths less trodden, illuminating the shadowy canyons with the unmistakable blue glow of ether and painting them red with blood of his victims. If our suspicions are correct, and this creature is another construct of Ultima, then only by laying him low might we truly begin to live our own terms. And the Blood Moon. After the collapse of the fallen civilization, their technology slept silently within the ruins of their airship for many long years. However, of late, these echoes of the fallen age have begun to awaken, attacking any strangers on sight, presumably as they were designed to do. While some are easily escaped, this particular echo persists in pursuing its targets until they lie dead in the dust. Trying to think what they could be, because we've already fought an Iron Giant, so I don't imagine they would give us two of the same. That's obviously got to be a sphere, hasn't it, if I had to guess, but I could be wrong. Which one was the Iron Giant? It was the tough one, wasn't it? Atlas, yeah, that's the Iron Giant we've already fought, so I don't know what that one could be, but they all tend to be an ash by the looks of it, so we ain't got to go far to find them. Let me just change my abilities real quick to test out some of Ultima's. So, Arms of Darkness, this is obviously what we need for Zantetsuken. Just check out the details. Replace Clive's weapon with Odin's Blade. Individual attacks with Odin's Blade are far less potent than those with Clive's regular weapon. Attacks with Odin's Blade do not fill the limit break gauge. However, striking an enemy or landing an ability with Odin's Blade fills the gauge. Hold X when ready, Zantetsuken, release to execute. Zantetsuken's potency and complexity increases with level gauge. The Zantetsuken gauge will not deplete when used at level 1. Pressing X immediately following a precision dodge while the Armor of Darkness is active will result in a powerful attack called Flash of Steel. A successful parry with Arms of Darkness active will execute a powerful counter called Steel Counter. Using both Flash of Steel and Steel Counter is one of the most effective means of quickly filling the gauge. Got Dark Lunge and Dark Down Thrust, but we don't need to worry about that. Mastery increases it to level 5. Alright, so obviously we're going to have to use this because that's his main ability, so we might as well master that so we can get a level 5 Zantetsuken, and then we'll pick one of these. I'm not going to bother with Rift Slip because it just makes you recover immediately from any action. Is there any other details on... Immediately recover poise after taking damage. Using to recover poise after taking damage results in a Rift Slip cooldown 50%. So yeah, just a way to stop yourself from using ability. So we pick one of these to use at the same time. They're all sort of the same. Dancing Seal seems like it would probably be the best one. So we'll go with Gungnir first. We'll upgrade. So we see what it says. Upgraded. Summon legendary weapon Gungnir and lash out in all directions, dealing continuous follow-up strikes can be performed by tapping execute. Landing hits fills the gauge. Landing hits does not fill the limit break gauge. Pressing A while wielding Gungnir lifts enemies. Lifting smaller enemies in this manner limits Zantetsuken gauge gain, but renders them invulnerable. Follow-up attacks. So that just increases my follow-up speed by upgrading it. So that's alright. And then we'll use this one as well. Heaven's Cloud. If the first strike hits, X can be used to chain up a follow attack to the same or nearby enemy. Landing hits fills the gauge. Landing hits. So if I use Odin, then I don't build my limit break gauge basically, but I can fill Zantetsuken instead. Recommended for when surrounded by multiple enemies. Chain can be focused. Increase the number of times the ability can be chained. So yeah, upgrade that as well. Got loads of points. And then what we'll do is, for now, we'll swap out Garuda. Or should we swap out Mega Flare? Because we can sort of test them all when they're staggered, and these are the best ones to get staggered. We don't want to get rid of Shiva, because I like Shiva. But I'm going to get rid of Garuda for now. Actually, no, I'm not. Now, thinking about it, what I'll do is I'll get rid of Bahamut, actually, because Odin just concentrated on damage. He doesn't do any stagger, so Garuda's mainly my stagger. So if I get rid of Bahamut, because he's also my damage output, and then we can test Odin and see what's what. And then we'll get rid of this one for Gungnir, wasn't it? So we got Gungnir and Heaven's Cloud, is it? Yes. Alright, let's go restock our potions and see if we can upgrade any weapons quickly. I don't think I used any high potions, but we did use a lot of potions. She might have something new.
Clive.
What that?
Go on then.
You got a long sword, which you don't need. Got clutch mine now. It's got one more song. Wow, we did use a lot of potions.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. Come again.
I think she's robbing me blind now, right? And then we'll speak to you.
What do I owe the honor?
Use the forge.
What do you want?
What do you want? You can make Everdark, which is apparently worse. Interesting. I did not expect that. We need a primitive battle horn and dark steel. I'd imagine we get these from the hunts that have just arrived. So we don't even need to upgrade my weapon because it's worse. Anything else? No. No, we can't do nothing with it. Alright. Cheers for nothing, mate. Just make sure there's no... No. Let's just go and speak to Desiree then. I think she's got something for us. If she hasn't, then it's the guy next to her. Which we don't need to worry about because we already know there's a side quest in Ash as well. No, it's not Desiree. It's the dude next to her. Alright, well, let's go back to Ash then. Isla. There's a goblin here as well. So, we are back in Waloed, and I found the first hunt for us, which was the S-rank orc, Pandemonium, I think he was called. It's right here on the map, so there's Isla, or whatever you want to call it. There's the Shadow Coast, where you start. And it's basically in that little village where, when you get there, there's loads of orcs everywhere. And I come up this way, and there was nothing up here. So there's all the orcs. Yeah, he comes out that big-ass door when you get close to it. I've also, because it's an S rank, and it's probably going to cause a bit of grief, and I'm not used to Odin's abilities yet, I've put Bahamut back on. Just because I'm familiar with his moves, and it will make this fight a bit easier. There he is. Good looking chap. Yeah, he was called Pandemonium. Start with a tornado to start knocking down his stagger gauge. We'll use Shiva to get away from whatever this attack is. Away. Get away from that again. Oh no, I've already used it. He's nearly staggered though. Just needs one more tap. There you go. that down some more then. See if we can get a mega flare on the go quickly. There we go. Get that on the go. Should be a good one. Oh, really? Only 101. Well, he's got double sanguine right on the go now, has he? Pull him down again then. Triple. Oh, you cheeky bastard. Oh no. Crap. Crap. Trying to get a mega flare at me, alright? Calm down. Oh, he's doing it again, isn't he? Getting super tricky now. I can't see, I'm pinned. Oh my god. Wow. I got pinned in the corner for that last attack. I'm lucky I survived. I had to pump their 1,000 potions in me. Right up until I was pinned in the corner, though, I actually kicked his ass. I was doing really well. Stained loincloth. Modesty is not a trait that comes to mind when one thinks of an orc, so it is a mystery why they bother to wear a loincloth at all, when the thin strips of cloth only afford nominal protection and leave naught to the imagination. There are some scholars, however, who argue that they are vestiges from when the creature was more civilized and serve as proof of devolution of the species. Not sure what I needed that for. Yeah, I didn't quite see because I think I was pinned like here somewhere, right by this tree, as he went to do his most powerful attack. But there was so much going on that I just saw my health dissolve. I was just spamming potions just to stay alive. He's right near the end. That could have been a potion, but it wasn't. Right, how many potions did I use after all that? Only 4. So I managed to spam 4 to stay alive. But yeah, on to the next hunt now, which I believe is the Goblin, and it was in Isla. So up here. But we know there's a couple of potions lying around town anyway, so we can quite easily replenish our potion supply and our health. But for now, I'm going to end the episode here because it's been going on for long enough. Massive thank you for those of you who are watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to catch you all in the next one where we'll finish off a few more of these hunts. Because they're not S ranks, we should be able to actually test out some of Odin's abilities at last.